Welcome back to Organize with Grace podcast. Do you feel like you're always struggling to get it together? Do you feel like you're burning the candle at both ends? Feeling completely disorganized in your home and life, that it's starting to affect you mentally and emotionally? Well, you've come to the right place if you need encouragement, easy and simple organization tips, or you just want to know that you're not alone in this season of life. Hi, I'm Grace Ramon, your fellow working mom and professional organizer. I believe in you, friend. You can get it together. Now let's get organized. For a long time, I thought that pantries were a luxury. I thought that only rich people had pantries because growing up, my family and I lived in homes that didn't have one or apartments that didn't have a pantry at all and very little space or no space to put your food items. So for a while, I would look at magazines and, back when they didn't have Pinterest and Instagram, I would look at pantries and be like, wow, that is wonderful. It's like a whole nother room to be able to put your food items in. And of course, those pictures were very well designed and very cute and all of the containers matched. And so fast forward today, we moved into a home that has a good sized pantry and I'm so excited to have one. So I was kind of just playing around with it and trying to organize it to our liking, um, so that it's functional. And now that I have a pantry, guess what? I started looking on Facebook and Instagram, and then I was like, wow, that is a huge pantry. I wish I had something that big. See, look at that. We're like never satisfied. So, anyway, I stopped looking at those, or I really tried not to get so-called inspiration from Instagram or Pinterest because in reality it's just I've just been really just procrastinating instead of getting to it with trying to organize my pantry. So I'm here, my friend, to let you know that yes, I do it too. I procrastinate. I know that it needs organization and I just kind of keep looking past it and thinking that I have better things to do. So, you and I are going to get our pantries organized. So, the first thing I wanted to tell you was that, after suffering from comparisonitis with other very cute pantries, I said to myself, you know what? You have one and you've got to appreciate it. So I do. I do appreciate the pantry that this house came with, and I'm working with it. And I think that it's um, plenty of space, and I have a great space to work with. Now, with how to organize it, I always believe the first thing with any organizing project is to be able to schedule it. So I would suggest that if you haven't had a chance to get to your pantry, schedule a time for yourself that would be best to go ahead and clean it out or reorganize it. Like I said, you know, g- um, most of the time for us working women, we get to our projects on weekends because we're working throughout the week, Monday through Friday. So might be good to maybe schedule it on a Saturday afternoon if you don't have any pressing things to do, so that you can give yourself time to. And I'm going to give you some step by step tips on how to easily get your pantry in order. And if you are the type who doesn't feel like you need to control everything, you can invite your family members to take part in getting the pantry together because hey, it's being used by all of you, not just you. It'll be used by other people in your household, especially if you have a multifamily household, or if you even if it's just you, your husband, and your kids. So everybody acts uh, everybody is accessing the pantry. So I think that maybe if you're able to put your to get together and figure out the best functional use of the pantry, that would be good to involve the family. And really quick, easy steps to follow. I believe the best thing to do is take everything out so that you get a fresh view of your pantry. And then after you take it out, go ahead and toss items that have already expired or items that you truthfully are not going to consume. And it's the best thing to do is declutter, by asking yourself some questions like, am I really going to eat this? And also, for sure, things that have expired need to go. And then the next thing you can do is whatever's left over, you can group those items together. So the canned goods can go together, the pastas can go together, breakfast items can go together, etc. That way, when you go to put it back, every group will be together. And then you can go ahead and buy your, containers if need be, for these groups of items. The big mistake that a lot of people make is purchasing the containers first. And I like to say, purchasing the container, I am a container nerd. I love to go buy in containers. But most of the time, I need to ask myself, well, what are you containing, Grace? What are you really containing? So I always recommend purchasing the containers last so that you can get a feel or get a bird's eye view of what you want to contain. So after that, and this is what people don't, I mean, maybe some people do it, maybe some people don't. But I think that once you're done with your pantry organization project, that you should celebrate. Yes, you should celebrate. Um, I don't know what that looks like for you. Some people like to post their before and after pictures on Instagram. That's always so much fun to look at. And maybe you can have the, family just really take a look at, what you've accomplished and celebrate one another. I know it sounds corny, but I think we don't celebrate enough of when we've accomplished something like this because I mean, who wants to use their Saturday doing pantry organization other than myself, who is um, a professional organizer and actually loves to do stuff like this? I mean, who does? And the way to maintain this pantry organization probably is to um, be able to go ahead and label your containers if that's what you choose to do, or just continue to have that same cohesive um, grouped items, especially when you come from the grocery store. I know you're tired and everything, but it's always best to put the items in their places so that you don't ruin the project that you worked so hard to do or to complete. So I hope that this helps. Like I said, to recap, it's always great to appreciate what you do have, what the pantry that you do have, or if you don't, go ahead and get creative with trying to come up with a good way to organize. There's always lots of videos out there, always lots of recommendations, and I love that. And also, when you want to get your pantry organized, it's best to schedule it so that you can commit to that time. And The third, should you choose, is get the family involved. And then finally, or actually, second to the last, is the 4 easy steps to follow that I told you about by removing all items, toss the items that you no longer will consume or it has expired, and then group like items together, and then finally contain them. And then lastly, celebrate yourself. You did a wonderful job with getting this pantry organized, and why not? Celebrate with a nice dinner, celebrate with by taking pictures, whatever that may be to announce that, hey, I have accomplished this thing because it feels good, doesn't it? So, anyway, thank you so much for listening. And it's always so nice to have these podcast episodes out for you. And I'm hoping that you continue to listen. And I hope that this helps, that these are actionable steps that you can take with you in your pantry organization. So thank you so much again for listening. Until next time, I'll see you later. Or shall I say, I'll talk with you later. Hey, real quick, if you enjoyed today's episode, the best way to thank me is by leaving an iTunes review. If you're listening to me right now on your iPhone, simply scroll down, click write a review within the podcast, and voila, you'll get a chance to click 5 stars and type in how the podcast has helped you. You can also access iTunes on your computer if you're not an iPhone user by downloading the iTunes app. Also, I offer virtual organizing, and that means we get to hop on Zoom together wherever you are, and I can help you organize your space for a fraction of a price that you would spend hiring an in-person organizer. Contact me by email, hello@organizewithgrace.com, so you and I can get started. I offer a free 15-minute assessment to see if we're a good match to work together. So get on it, girl. Stop being stuck on your organizing journey. I'll help you walk forward so you can finish that organizing project that you've been procrastinating on. No judgment here. I've done it myself, but you know what I'm talking about, girl. All right. Can't wait to talk to you. Bye.